What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another college basketball video. It is Sunday, November 30th. We got some more college basketball action to dive into here today. We're going to be breaking down my favorite plays off of this Sunday afternoon slate. But before we dive into those, we've got to jump over there to the Guy Boston Sports website. After each of these videos, any of the plays that I do officially put in, that's where I go ahead and lay those out for free. So make sure you check that out, guys. You'll find a link right down there in that pinned comment that'll send you that way. So let's go ahead and jump over there. Let's recap our plays from Saturday afternoon. Let's see what we put in then and how that ended up going down. On Saturday afternoon, we double dipped in the Mercer and Elon game, took the total over 159.5, put a full unit in on that. We do end up cashing, but we took Elon on the money line, and despite a nice little effort there at the end, Mercer does pull away with the victory, so we don't cash out there, but only a half unit in on that one. So despite that 1-1 record, we do still end up profitable on the day. So let's see what kind of value we can find here on the board on this Sunday afternoon. I got two games that I'm going to be looking at. Let's go ahead and jump over there to Outlier to check out our first play. We're going to be looking at Wyoming and Texas Tech. Now, guys, this is Outlier here. If you are new to Outlier, you've not checked it out, man, make sure you check down there in the description. You'll find a link that'll send you over here. Get yourself a free 7-day trial to try this out for yourself. Like I said, we're going to be looking at Wyoming and Texas Tech in this one. 3 p.m. tip-off. We're looking at the total in this one under 151.5. You get that for a good price over there at FanDuel, minus 105 right now. Now, over the last 5 games, we can see Texas Tech hitting under the mark. 3 of their last 4 times they've hit underneath this specific 151.5 line. 4 of the last 5 games they've hit underneath the total period, right? Wyoming, they're coming in hitting underneath this 151.5 mark 4 of their last 5 games. And looking at them on the road over their last 5, they have hit underneath that mark at a 100% rate. Then looking at Texas Tech this season at home, they've gone underneath this mark 50% of the time, but they have gone underneath this line in their last 2 straight playing at home. Then we can check out their meeting from last year. They went underneath that mark as well, landing at 145 total. And look at this inside as well. The under has hit in 8 of the Texas Tech Raiders' last 12 games that they've played at home. So a lot of green check marks down the board here. We love to see that. Both these teams are coming into this game with equal rest as well. They've played in that same scenario 3 times this season where they've gone into a game with equal rest. Both of these teams in those 3 games have hit to the under 2 out of those 3 times. Both coming in pretty good defensively as well, right? Wyoming sitting at 93rd in the Ken Palms for defensive rating. We got Texas Tech coming in at 33rd in the Ken Palms for defensive rating, and they both prefer a slower pace as well. Wyoming sitting at 151st for adjusted tempo in the Ken Palms. Texas Tech coming in all the way down at 238. So it's going to be the first play that I'm looking at here today, looking at that total under 151.5. We're going to jump right back over there to Outlier to check out our second play as well. But before we do that, as our Black Friday and Cyber Monday deal is still going on the site-wide up to 50% off. That is the Fade Me merch site. It's running through December 2nd. That is Tuesday. So make sure you guys jump over there and check that out. Like I said, up to 50% off site-wide. And you can see, man, we got a little bit of everything down here. You don't want to miss the jingle all the way. Ugly Holiday crew neck just dropped. Brand new, right? Marked down right now. Go ahead and get you that and get it in time for the Christmas season, man. Like I said, site-wide up to 50% off. Shirts starting at $14.99. Hats starting at $12.99. Quite the deal, man, running through December 2nd. So we're running out of time, but there are still a few days left for you to get in on the action. So go ahead and jump over there, guys. That is the FadeMe.store. In the second game, I'm looking at St. Bonaventure taking on Florida Atlantic. This one tipping off at 3:30 p.m. Looking at Florida Atlantic on the side, laying 4.5 points. You can get that at minus 108 over there at DraftKings. Now, on the year, we can see that they have hit this mark at a 71% rate. They have covered that 4.5 point spread specifically in all but 2 games so far this season. Now, St. Bonaventure has been pretty stout against that mark as well, right? But we look at them on the road. Well, this is their first game on the road this season, so we do need to keep that in consideration. Whereas Florida Atlantic has played 3 home games and they have covered this mark in all 3 of those 100% of the time. Look at this insight from Outlier as well. You see that the Bonnies are only 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 games played on the road, only hitting at a 25% rate over their last 8 games. These 2 teams are similar as far as the Ken Palm ratings are concerned, right? You got Florida Atlantic coming in at 112, St. Bonaventure coming in at 118 as far as overall Ken Palm ratings. Florida Atlantic sitting at 68 offensively, they're 204 defensively, and they're playing at a tempo of 247th. St. Bonaventure playing at around the same tempo, 264. They're coming in with a slightly better defense, sitting at a rating of 117, with a slightly worse offense sitting at a rating of 127. But here's the thing that separates these two is that Florida Atlantic has had a much tougher schedule to start off the year, right? The Owls have a strength of schedule net rating of 103, offensively 146, defensively 66. While the Bonnies, their strength of schedule net rating all the way down at 276, offensively 299th, defensively 246. So like I said, Florida Atlantic has played the much tougher schedule to open up the season. I think that they get the job done here at home. I like them laying the 4.5 points. So that's going to be my second play of the day. So guys, that is going to wrap it up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you found the content helpful and useful. And if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Hit subscribe if you have not already. And that will do it, man. Hope you guys have yourselves a great night. And hope you guys all cash out. I'll see you back tomorrow for the next one.